Hello guys, before listening to this book I want you to go subscribe and activate the bell after you have done that. Leave your like now if we start. This is live version. Chapter 1. History. Once upon a time there were some children named Louis and Angel. They were very close friends, so one day they went to a fair in the city. Liferia. It was one of the most popular. So they began to go on all the attractions until they finished. When they left for go, in the distance they saw a mini tent on a mountain. So they went out of curiosity. Louis was very scared, so he decided not to go in, but Angel was the opposite. When he entered he saw a witch with a crystal sphere and she said, "Hello, do you want to know your future?" And Angel replied, "Yes." "Why not?" Then the witch took Angel by the hand saying some very strange words, and out of nowhere the tent exploded and the witch was gone, and the only thing Louis saw was an orange doll throne. The first thing Louis did was shout help. Louis was very scared and didn't know what to do or where to go. He grabbed the doll and went home with the doll. The next day when he went to school he told him everything. Her friend Clarice. She did not want to believe even though she saw the doll which had never been for sale. So they went that same day at night to the fair. Then Louis did not see the tent, but Clarice rarely did. I saw her. Clarice thought all this was a joke. Louis told her no. He would enter if he saw her. Clarice ignored him and she entered the purple tent. There she was. The witch, who was called Terentia, was a very strange name, but she ignored that, and Terentia says to Clarice, "Hello, do you want to know your future?" She said yes, and everything started again. Again he found a doll. Unlike this one was violet. Louis got angry and at the same time he became very sad since they were his best friends. He talked to them every night since from 8 p.m. the dolls came to life. Until that one day he put them in his closet. The next day he went to talk to them and that's when the doorbell rang. He went to see who it was and there was only one box. He put it in and saw what was inside and saw what was there, a doll identical to the others. Unlike the fact that it was black, and he thought it would come to life too. Louis waited until night and did not move, so he went to bed and something woke him up. He saw his black doll on him, so he decided to put a name, Carlos. Louis said. That's how time went by. Louis no longer played with Clarice and Angel. One day he was with Carlos and in that his eyes began to spin and he began to get dizzy, but in that Louis responded and kicked Carlos against the wall. He realized that Carlos was Terinthian. Carlos de-transformed and became Terinthian and said, "You found me." And he left. Louis was scared. He didn't know what had happened. Terentia had cast a spell on Louis so that he would forget about Clarice and Angel forever. And Louis found a potion lying around that said growth. Louis took it, but it didn't happen, nothing. He didn't know what had grown and he thought maybe I need to wait. He waited a week and absolutely nothing had happened, but he didn't give up and kept waiting. Until the years passed and Louis was already 29 years old. Louis was going to throw away that old closet. When he opened it he found Clarice, and Louis got scared and said, "What is this?" "Well, I guess it was one of my old toys. I'm going to donate it to a hospital." The next day he went to the hospital. Rontan. And left it in a donation box. When he arrived at the house, a mysterious noise was heard when he opened the door of the room. Everything was destroyed. Lewis got scared and said, "Who's there?" Then Lewis opened the closet doors, and when he saw what was inside it, it was Angel. Lewis thought of donating it just like he did with Clarice, but in that Lewis yelled to see what that was, and it was that the hospital, Ron Tan, was burning. Lewis ran because his mother was there. They couldn't rescue anything. Lewis started to cry. He went back to the house very sad. In that another noise sounded. But this time it was louder. Very sad, Lewis had gone to see what it was. He opened the closet and saw Angel, but this time it was gigantic. Lewis's sadness took away and he got scared, and Lewis told him, "You burned down the hospital, right?" And Angel replied in a very malevolent way, "Why would I do that, if there is my friend Clarice, the one you've forgotten. We're your childhood friends. You don't remember anything that happened?" And Lewis said no. The only thing he remembered was a witch. Angel got mad at Lewis for not remembering them, and the closet door closed, and Angel said, "See you." Lewis got scared and spent the day sad and crying for his mom, and he regretted everything. Night 1. Until the first night started, Lewis was scared because of what Angel had said, and Lewis shouted, "I'm ready." And that's when it all started. The first night Lewis discovered that the light affected Angel, so when he needed it he would turn it on and Angel would disappear. Lewis had to hide under the bed. The first night had passed. Lewis was amazed by everything that had happened and said, "I can't believe I survived. I can't believe I survived." At that Angel is heard saying that was only the first night. Lewis bravely tells him, "And I will not only make the first night but also the second, the third and the 20th." An Angel is heard again laughing malevolently. Lewis was already prepared. Night 2. At the beginning of the second night, Lewis was very scared because Angel had said that he was going to get complicated little by little. He thought about throwing the closet to the garbage, but he was very scared. Angel was about to kill Lewis, but Lewis turned on the flashlight and saw how Angel tried to eat him. Lewis, scared, went down to the basement and locked himself in there. Angel knocked on the basement door and Lewis was in a ball hidden in some boxes. Angel said that he would enter by force. Then Angel knocked down the door. Lewis was very scared. But he remembered that he is 29 years old. And what he was doing only a child under 6 years old can do. Since he was 6 years old he was brave, so he went out of the boxes, turned on the light, and there was Angel, who was frozen, and it was already 6 a.m. and it was all over. Night 3. The third night. It was getting more difficult to survive that doll. Lewis was very scared and he already had weapons. They were not very useful things, but they would be useful. The things were a frying pan, a flashlight, a knife. "Ready," Lewis shouts. "Quando quieras, monstro." When he hears the closet open, Lewis this time is no longer afraid. Not even a little bit. Lewis without fear runs to Angel and hits him, but he sees that nothing happens. Angel slowly lowers his eyes and Lewis quickly buries the knife. But Angel's wound heals quickly. Angel lights a match and throws it to the floor. The house starts to burn. Louis gets scared and runs to get water. But Angel had broken the pipe. Louis quickly goes to the bathroom and locks himself in. He calls the firemen but they don't answer. Louis is scared and tries to put it out. Night 4. The next day the house was already burned. Nothing was left but the closet. Louis wondered how that had happened. So he went to a scary house for a few days. Then the closet appears in his room. And the fourth night arrives. Louis was not ready yet, but it was time. Louis, angry for what Angel had done, opens the closet and pulls Angel out of the neck. Angel lifts Louis and throws him out the window. Louis gets tired. He goes into the house and slashes Angel. Louis goes to the attic and grabs the swords that were there. Louis falls through a hole where there is a great variety of books. He suspects it. He remembers all the movies he has seen about it, so he starts to look for a secret place in the shelves, until Angel arrives. Louis gets scared and hides in the books. Night 5. Then Louis finds a book that can't be taken out and tries to take it out, but he doesn't succeed and opens a place. But then the lights come on and he realizes it's already 6 a.m. He decides to close it and watch it the next night. At the beginning of the 5th night, Louis again opens the closet and Angel comes out. Louis runs to the library that was under the house, opens the book, and quickly enters the place and realizes that there is a prison and gives him a brilliant idea. Angel goes down to the library and enters the same place where Louis entered and sees him in one of the cells. What Angel doesn't know is that he is being reflected in a mirror. Angel enters the cell and Louis closes the cell. Angel is trapped in the cell, but easily rips off the bars of the cell. Louis runs out and closes the secret place. At that time it becomes daylight and that night is over. Night 6. The day goes by and the 6th night arrives. Louis doesn't know if Angel is still in the same place or in the closet. First he went to check in the closet, but he saw that he wasn't there. He ran to the same place of last night, but he couldn't open the door. It was stuck with something. He tried to pull it, but he couldn't. Angel heard from the other side of the door saying, "Hello. Louis, I have found many things in here and I won't tell you what things unless you open it." Louis gets scared and becomes suspicious, and says, "I can't open it. It's stuck. And you are better on that side, so you won't hurt me." Angel gets angry and hits the door. He manages to break the shelf. Louis climbs the stairs and goes to his room. He saw that the closet was locked with a padlock and it said that he couldn't go in. He saw that it was already dawning and he got over the scare. Night 7. He had fun all day, as he went shopping and decorations for his new house, which looked bad, but he would fix it. But he knew that the night was about to fall and decided to do it until the next day. The night falls, and night 7 begins. On this night Louis found another place, which was a staircase under the bed. On the 2nd floor there was a kind of weird laboratory. Louis saw many spider webs. while upstairs Angel's steps were heard looking for him. Lewis found a potions book. He thought about looking for a potion that would stop all this misery. Lewis found nothing about it. Then Angel found the place where Lewis was. Scared, Lewis hides under the lab table. Angel sniffed him but didn't see him. Lewis only saw Angel's hairy feet. He looked at the clock. It was already dawn. Night 8. The next day Lewis started to decorate the house. He started to paint it both inside and outside. He added new furniture. He put paintings, and when he removed one of the old paintings he found another hidden place in the house. Lewis said, "Well, what kind of house is this?" Night 8 had arrived. Lewis quickly got into that place to see what it was. Angel was already heard roaming around the house looking for Lewis. Lewis found something amazing. It was a robotic suit of last generation. There were things that were not yet for sale and not even confirmed. He found phones, cars, etc. What called his attention the most was the robotic suit. It was identical to Angel, only made of metal. He was 2 meters tall. Lewis could not believe it. He decided to get out of that place. Angel was running to kill him, and then the sun came. Night 9. At dawn Lewis put the new painting covering the entrance to that place. This time he put cameras all over the house to be informed of where Angel was. He wondered, why was the closet padlocked and who locked it if that day Angel was in the cells? Night fell again. It is already night 9. Lewis goes to the laboratory and from there he starts to watch the cameras. In the kitchen there is Angel coming out of the refrigerator. Lewis suspects and wonders himself, why is he coming out of the refrigerator? What would be there? Angel knows perfectly where Lewis is because Angel hacked the cameras and now Angel can see them too, and he saw when Lewis went into the lab. This time Angel was with a knife and a mysterious suit. Lewis is not afraid because he already knows when he is going to arrive thanks to the cameras. Night 10. At that moment night 9 ends. The sun arrives through the mountains. Lewis leaves his place and says there are only 11 more nights left and I don't know what will happen, but I guess he will leave at the end of the 20 nights. I want all this to end. I'm tired of hiding and this house has millions of places. Night 10 began. Lewis was curious about what was in the refrigerator. He saw that there were some ice stairs that went down. Lewis went down. He could hear Angel's footsteps in the house. He saw that there was a suit like the robotic one, but this one was made of ice. He was already suspecting more of this house. Lewis got out of the refrigerator and saw Angel in the cameras looking for him in the laboratory. Lewis went running to the main room and covered the entrance of the laboratory with the bed. Clearly he would not receive it, but it dawned. Night 11. Lewis is happy that he has already completed 10 nights. He has already completed half of the nights and he has discovered many places in that house. He likes that house very much. But Angel makes life impossible for Lewis. Lewis wants to defeat him and never come back. Lewis went to see if he could open the closet with something. He tried to break the lock, but he could not. The 11th night has begun, but this time Angel cut the cable of the light and there was no light. Louis lit a lamp and was looking for ways to open that closet. What would Angel hide in that closet? Angel came to the room and said, "You'll never get it open. That's the way to escape. It will only open until the end of night 20. Louis ran to the refrigerator, but this time it was a common refrigerator. There was food. He didn't know what was going on. At that moment the sun came up. Night 12. Louis talks to someone to see if he can open that lock. But that person says, "Wow. I've never seen a lock like that in my life. I'll see what I can do." Louis tells him to finish before 8 p.m. But the man told him that he couldn't because that kind of padlock had never been handled before and he left. Then the 12th night came. Louis scared and shouted to Angel, "What is in this house? You are this true? All this doesn't exist. This is from the future. What kind of monster are you?" Louis ran out of the house because he was tired of Angel. But Angel closed the door and said, "Louis, I am your friend, why are you leaving?" And Louis replied, "I don't have any monster friend." Angel is disappointed. He gets angry and goes to attack Louis. Louis clearly reacts and dodges him and runs out, and then dawn breaks. Night 13. Louis doesn't believe he has finished 12 nights. Now there are only 8 nights left. He had planned to leave that house, to move as soon as he finished the 20 nights. And in that night 13 begins. Angel's voice is heard saying, "After finishing the 20 nights you won't be saved." Louis didn't understand what he said, so he continued with the night. Louis wanted to win Angel's friendship again. But it wouldn't be easy, so he continued with the night. But it would not be easy, so he went to plan B, which was to finish the 20 nights and defeat him. He did not know what would happen next. This time Louis did not hide. This time Angel did not come out of nowhere until when Louis went to the attic. There he was, waiting for him and smiling with a scary laugh. Louis told him, "I want to be your friend again." Angel did not listen to him again. He tried to kill him, but Louis fell down the stairs. Night 14. So ends the 13th night. At dawn Angel was gone. But Louis was all sore. His head hurt a lot. He took a pill for the headache. He sat outside the house waiting for the evening. The only thing he wanted was for all this to end and be totally free. Not to be trapping monsters. Louis wanted company in the house other than Angel, of course. Night 14 fell. Louis thought that he needed a girlfriend or a wife. Of course, when all this was over, so he would not suffer what Louis suffers. Again he hears Angel's voice saying, "I'm going to tell you a secret. When we were not yet these beasts, Clarice liked you, but you always ignored her." Louis is surprised and tells Angel, "These are pure lies of yours. I have never liked anyone." The night ends and Louis starts to think. Night 15. Louis thinks all day about what Angel said. And he said, "Why didn't Angel attack me on the 14th night? He only told me about Clarice." And Louis tried to remember Clarice and Angel, but he couldn't do it. Nothing came out of him. He didn't even know what had happened or how they were stuffed animals. Louis was going to ask Angel tonight. But he was a little afraid that this time he would attack him, so he would go calmly without running to not surprise him. The 15th night begins. Louis shouts to Angel, "Angel, I need to talk to you, it's not a trap, I swear." Angel is heard coming down the stairs. Louis without terror asks Angel, "How did all this happen? Because you are a stuffed animal." And Angel tells him everything. Pages 5 to 10. Louis is surprised and clearly understands everything, but the 20 nights are not over. Angel told him that he would leave him tonight, then dawn broke. Night 16. Louis starts to remember little by little thanks to what Angel told him. Tonight he would ask him for a picture of them when they were little and ask him about Clarice. He waited all morning lying in bed. He set his alarm for 8 p.m. Then the alarm goes off and night 16 hears Angel approach, and quickly Louis tells him, "Before you attack me, won't you have a picture of you before you were stuffed animals?" Angel says yes and leaves. Louis waits lying down. That's when Angel arrives and told him to take the sheets. Louis saw the pictures and Clarice was very pretty, and that's when he remembered everything. Angel felt a sensation of killing Louis. Louis also felt it, and he better run to the attic and closes the gate. Angel deactivates again the light, and as the gate was electric it opened and Angel came slowly, but the sun came. Night 17. Louis, scared, is amazed by the luck he has. The good thing is that there are only 4 more nights and all this will end. Louis wanted to beat him before the 4 nights that were missing, but how? Again enters the futuristic site and look for things that can defeat him. He thought that the laser gun 3000 would be useful, so he grabbed it and took it. Louis ready, waiting for 8 p.m. Is that dark? Starts the night 17. Louis watching by cameras since I fixed the light, seeing where Angel comes out this time. He sees him coming out of the refrigerator, but what is he doing there again if there is only a suit? Will there be something else there? Louis wondered, so the next day he would see him, but for the moment he has to try to defeat him. Angel comes to the room with a very bad laugh. Louis is scared and wonders what will he do? What will he have? The sun is about to rise. Louis shoots, but the sun beats him. Night 18. Louis is disappointed with himself. But Louis has a very important doubt. Where does Angel go when it is daytime if the closet is closed? Well, then Louis goes to the refrigerator and starts to look for places inside it. He finds something spectacular, a place where Angel was connected to cables and asleep. In that place there is nothing of Louis but the container where Angel is. It shines blue. The night falls again. It is already 18 night. Only 2 nights left. Louis is now ready in the futuristic programming room. Angel wakes up. Louis hides behind Angel and is about to shoot him, but Angel disappears from nowhere, and in that moment Louis turns back and there is Angel looking at him with a smile that gives you goosebumps. Louis saw the time. Louis said to Angel, "Bye, Angel," and in that moment he disappeared. Night 19. Louis, laughing, says, "Ha ha, only 2 more nights to go and I'm out of here." He goes down to the refrigerator to see if he can wake up or do something with Angel before he wakes up, but he sees that it is impossible to break the bottle or tube where Angel was. He tried with the futuristic weapons, but it seems that he couldn't. He was totally indestructible. The penultimate. 19th night he started. An angel tells him, "You will not leave through the door like a normal person. The exit to all this will be through the closet, which will be unlocked only until you finish the last night." Lewis tells him where the closet goes, and Angel tells him that it goes to the exit to all this. Lewis doesn't understand how to the exit. And what was the exit? Where would the closet take him? Angel starts to follow Lewis like the first night. Lewis receives a letter at that moment, and the night ends. Night 20. Lewis receives a letter. When he reads it, he gets scared and gets angry with Angel for telling him lies all this time. The last. Lewis was looking for. Angel tells him, "It seems that you have discovered that you will not escape from me." Lewis gets angry again and hits him, but this time it was a blow of courage. Lewis's hand went all over Angel's body. While Angel was pulling himself little by little with pain. Lewis did not laugh but had a serious face. He went to wash his hands and went to see if the closet door was already open, but not yet. Lewis hid Angel in the cells. An Angel dropped a key through his mouth. Lewis thought it was the lock of the closet, and so it was. He said goodbye to the house and went to the room to open the closet. He entered the room and was already putting the key, when Lewis opened, and there she was, Clarice, smiling. Letter. "Hello Lewis. I am Clarice. I have noticed that you have been having fun with Angel without me. But the bad thing is that it is already ending, so I told Angel that later you should come and play with me at the hospital where your mother was. Here I am waiting for you, my dear Lewis. END." This story ends here. It will continue. Chapter 2 coming soon. This was made in Chihuahua, Chihuahua by Ivan Alexander, known in the networks as Alexander Flower. Twitter. Live version.